Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. And welcome back, everyone. When the diagnosis comes for this, in time, it is life-changing in many, many different ways. And many may not be aware that acupuncture can support this challenge. I'm talking about Parkinson's. We're going to learn more about that today. She is acupuncturist and also somebody who deeply practices Chinese medicine in many different forms. Based out of New York City, she is Dr. Kelly, our Professional of the Year, and she's back with us. How are you today?
I'm doing good, Steve. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. And I'm very happy that we're talking about this because you briefly mentioned it in the past when we've been together. And I had no idea that acupuncture can help those with some of the challenges, the symptoms, mobility, and so much more with Parkinson's. What can you tell us?
So Parkinson's disease, in Western medicine perspective, is the neurons to generate the dopamine is kind of decreasing. That's why patients has like a tremor, they have like muscle stiffness, their movement is like rigid. That's the Western medicine way. So what they do is they give patients some medicine kind of like to increase the level of dopamine. But there is side effect about that medicine is some people after a while, they may have more kind of like a tremor because the body kind of like just responds in a weird way. Of course, there are also other side effects, but that's how West medicine treated. Chinese medicine and Western medicine always have different perspective and different explanation. In Chinese medicine, Parkinson's disease, one patient may have, we call it liver wind, like wind always moving. That's why people have Parkinson's disease, you have tremor, like hands kind of like, always move involuntarily. They cannot even control it. Some people also have, some rigid muscle pain. The movement is also kind of like a little bit, not coordinate. Also, people may have other like forgetfulness. They couldn't remember things. Their mood can be like swing, happy or angry or sad stuff. So people may have underlying kidney deficiency. So people may also have, we call it, protein deficiency also. So in that way, when I see a patient who come in, I usually, check the tongue, check the pulse, ask some question, then I will know, this patient have liver wind, this patient has like kidney deficiency. Then I will go to the root to treat the patients. In that way, their tremor can, decrease. Also the underlying problem get treated. So their kidney got tonified. So, the pain will get better, the forgetfulness will get better. That's how acupuncture, Chinese medicine treat Parkinson's disease.
When you do acupuncture on somebody with Parkinson's, you're not curing them. You're making, I would assume, the tremors somewhat less. What's actually going on?
So like a liver wind, right? Wind is like the wind kind of in their body, like disturb them. That's why their hand kind of like shaking, involuntary shaking. So when I do acupuncture, I kind of like suppress the wind, make the wind going away in their body. In that way, when they don't have liver wind, so their tremor will decrease. Also, of course, for the underlying problem like kidney deficiency, I will treat tonified kidney. Of course, people may have like phlegm obstruct. We call it phlegm obstruction. If people have phlegm obstruction, they may have also brain fog. like they cannot remember, they cannot think clearly. So in that way, we disperse the phlegm. But usually phlegm comes from the root of spleen deficiency. Then we will disperse the phlegm on the branch, but on the root, we will tonify the spleen. That's how we treat, the tremor, all these like hallmarks.
And you've said many times before how a lot of the things that challenge us are connected to the spleen, the kidneys, and such. And it seems like even for Parkinson's, it ties right back to that. With you doing acupuncture on those with Parkinson's, can you give an example, maybe case study of you helping somebody and where they were at, how progressed it was, and then what the result was after X amount of treatments?
Yes, actually, I have a patient who is 85 years old gentleman. Amazing is he's still working, although he had tremor, but it's not severe. He still can walk. He had the office actually close to my office. So one day he came in, he said, Dr. Kelly, I have Parkinson's disease, my hands shaking all the time. I also have a brain fog, sometimes just couldn't think clearly. So what I did, I treated him for only like 2 or 3 times. He said his hand, I can observe that his hands doesn't really shake that often anymore. So the frequency of shaking decreased, and he can think like more clear. So like before he couldn't remember stuff, he have to write down everything, but now he can remember something. So it's better memory now. And and he also had actually low back pain. So his lower back pain in Chinese medicine related with kidney deficiency. So I tonified his kidney, his lower back also got better. He's 85 years old, but he, in a kind of like a relatively good shape now. So he pretty functioning every day. He can, go to work by himself even. So in that way, I would say, Chinese medicine is very effective to treat Parkinson's disease.
How many acupuncture treatments did he have?
I treated him 3 times. He can see like a kind of like a big change already.
Wow. Amazing. Nobody talks about this kind of stuff. And the person I'm connected to that has Parkinson's, they've had a procedure where leads are put in through their skull to their brain. I'm not really sure how it works to change the electrical firing. Didn't work the first time. They had to go in there again. This is in the last year. And they improved it, changed the location of the leads, but still, there's a lot of challenges there. Acupuncture we don't know, but may have done exactly what the leads are doing, and maybe even better. And what do you have to lose? There's no, back to the basics here of acupuncture, there's no side effects, right?
I mean, I'll be honest with patient. I said usually the side effect is you may have a little bit of bleeding. It's not every point. Some points maybe, bleed a little bit. You may have a little bit boo-boo. That's a side effect. So, no other really side effect besides the little boo-boo.
Which is you go to get your labs done and blood drawn. That could happen too. There could be some bruising in the area on your arm. Short of that, though, and let's get out of the way here that many, think there's going to be a lot of pain, discomfort. There's needles going in my body. No, they're very, very fine needles. And we said before, you can put multiple acupuncture needles inside the needle that they draw blood in. That's how fine they are. Short of that, no other side effects that I can think of that I've heard you ever speak about? Anything else there that could somebody might experience after acupuncture?
Actually, a lot of people who never did acupuncture, they may think, oh, it's painful, it's scary even. Uh, Actually, I do have a lot of new patients never did acupuncture before, but after they done, they are like, it's not scary, not painful at all. Like sometimes I put in the needle, they didn't even really feel anything. So, I would, really hope, more people can come in to beneficial from the acupuncture because it treats the root, can really improve your health. Not like, again, even you come in for just for pain, I will do acupuncture for your whole body to improve your whole body's health, like tonify your kidney if we need to, tonify your spleen if we need to. I never like think about, oh, I spend too much time on one patient, putting in too many needles. I will always put in as many as the patient need. So patients usually very happy because they come in for neck pain, but their insomnia got better. They come in for low back pain, actually their digestion got better. So a lot of patients even told me, Dr. Kelly, you always surprise me. I come in for my neck pain now. I don't have constipation anymore. It has been bothering me for my whole life.
Wow.
You come on in, you get acupuncture, your whole body gonna feel better. You will be happier, more relaxed. So why not?
Yes, and it all ties back to many of those key organs that we don't, like the spleen. Whoever talks about the spleen, it's connected, as I've learned from you, to many different challenges that we have. Same thing with the kidneys, same thing with other organs. So, can you give more examples of that? How somebody came in for one goal, whatever that goal may be, whether it's Parkinson's, whatever it might be, infertility, that's, whatever, and how somebody felt supported or better in a different area, another area.
Yes, actually, I have another patient. He is 70 something. He actually he like to do facial acupuncture. And the funny thing is, one day when I was doing acupuncture on him on his face, he mentioned, "Oh, I have a dentist appointment tomorrow because I have a tooth pain." I said, "I can needle you for tooth pain. You don't have to go to your dentist." He said, "Acupuncture can treat tooth pain?" I said, "Yes." I said, where you feel your tooth pain? Like he pointed to me, like, on one side. I needed him. After the treatment, he said he doesn't feel tooth pain anymore. And so next time when I doing acupuncture on him, I said, how your tooth pain? Like, did you go to your dentist? He said, I didn't go to my dentist. Dentist, my tooth pain went away after the treatment. He said, I never know acupuncture can treat the tooth pain.
Wow. And he was getting acupuncture on his face. And we talked about this a number of podcasts back, for the condition of his skin, maybe looking younger. Was that his goal?
Yes, yes. I mean, like, to be honest, doesn't matter, like you're a guy or you're a woman. Everybody want to look prettier and younger, right? Like, that's just a fact. And I think we should respect that and we should do it in a healthy way instead of go to get some, injection or filler or let it just painful, expensive, and has really side effect because I saw some people who did the Botox or
Yep.
filler, then their face kind of like, drooping, like more wrinkles after several months. But acupuncture, you know, we treat your root. We tonify your kidney, tonify your spleen, so make your muscle has more toner, make your skin like shining. So in that way, like if people have a like a black circle under the eye, it will get better. If your people have kind of like the bag beneath the eye, that's usually due to spleen deficiency. We treat it, we tonify your spleen, the eye bag will look so much smaller. It happened to a lot of patients, doesn't matter it's 20 something or 30 something or even 70 something. It happened and it helped to doesn't matter what kind of age because we treat the root. We make your organ more healthier.
So, Dr. Kelly, could somebody come in and let's say they've had some knee pain? So you're going to address that with acupuncture. But then they say, while they're there, hey, listen, I was watching a podcast and I heard that I could use acupuncture in place of Botox and things like that for, smooth some lines, better looking skin. Could you or would you do both treatments at the same time?
Yes, because for example, if people have knee pain, right? People lying there face up, we can address the knee pain. We can put some needles on the face. So that's totally working. But some people may have, like, for example, neck pain or lower back pain. They may wonder, oh, if neck pain or lower back pain, I have to face down. How can you treat my face? What I usually do for this kind of patients, if their neck pain is really severe, actually, I do have patients. She has neck pain for many years, and she went to PT, chiropractor, whatever. But when she first came in, her neck really tilted to one side. That's how bad it was. So, but she also want to do facial rejuvenation. So I let her sit on the table. I treated her neck first. So then her neck felt better. Then I let her face up, lying on the treatment table. Then I treated her facial and also, of course, some body points. Now she looks her posture looks so much better. She is now not, her head not tilted to one side anymore.
Wow.
She's very happy.
Wow. Um, my thinking is, why wouldn't somebody try acupuncture? It's almost a no-brainer with minimal side effects, if any, and it addresses so many different things, and it's been around for hundreds, if not more, years. Um, what else can you share with us? And we're talking about Parkinson's today, and we may hit a couple of other things at the same time. What else do you want people to know about acupuncture? Maybe in general, maybe something that we haven't addressed so far.
We also can treat, for example, actually, neuropathy, right? Some people, their nerve somehow got either damaged or injured or whatever, then they may feel numb, they may feel pain. Um, I treat people who have a neuropathy and they do feel better. And I mean, in the Western way, they have so many like this injection, that injection, this like blocking the nerve stuff. But a lot of patients said either sometimes doesn't work, sometimes it work, but then it came back. So that's why I think acupuncture is more healthier because again we are treating your root. We are make your body, make your organ healthier, your spleen healthier, your kidney healthier. In that way, you can, for example, people may have like a blood deficiency, for girls, right? For women, or even can for happen for the guys also, right? If they don't have enough blood, they may have like a pale face, like a facial looks like more pale. They may have trouble to fall asleep. Their body can be like especially their hands and feet can be very cold. And for women, they can have like a very light period. So how do you tonify the blood? We use acupuncture to tonify the blood. We use acupuncture to tonify the kidney, make our organ make more blood in our own body. In that way, all the coldness, the pain, the insomnia, so everything gonna get better. So that's why I try my best to kind of like try to let people know about the Chinese medicine, acupuncture, herbs, to help people get like better health with basically no side effect almost.
So when we talk about herbs, or if you want to call them supplements as well, turmeric getting a lot of attention lately. What are your thoughts on turmeric?
Well, Chinese medicine is like even acupuncture, right? People come in for acupuncture, we never just put one point, right? So we always have a combination. Like for example, people have like liver qi stagnation. Like, yeah, just answer your question about you ask me what other problem acupuncture can treat. For example, ADHD. Right, recently I found a lot of my patients actually told me about liver diagnosed ADHD. I'm like, yes, Western medicine do have their own method to diagnose people have ADHD. Doesn't matter you're a young kid or you're already 20 something, 30 something, whatever age, you can be diagnosed with ADHD. But in Chinese medicine, we always go back to the root why people have ADHD. One of the reasons, one of the cause can be from liver qi stagnation. Liver qi stagnation can be go a next level is liver failure. So the liver failure kind of disturbing, kind of like that's why people cannot concentrate, they cannot really focus, they cannot finish whatever they need to do. So in Western medicine is, oh, this patient had ADHD. Let me give him or her some medicine so she can or he can focus, he can finish his job. But in Chinese medicine, what we need to do is we treat the liver. That is the root. But of course, people may have other underlying like kidney, spleen stuff. But when we treat the root, people will be able to more concentrate, more focus. Like even I told my patient, even myself, I said I never went to a doctor. I never get diagnosed. I may have ADHD too, because when I was younger, it's so hard for me to focus in the class. I just couldn't. But later on, now I'm so much better. I can focus, I can concentrate. But before, just not possible. So in that way, I think Chinese medicine doesn't matter acupuncture or herbs, or even we have like other like moxibustion, for example, like for you mentioned about infertility. For patients who have infertility, moxibustion is very, very helpful. So we have so many methods can help people. So it doesn't matter you come in for infertility, you come in for ADHD, or you just come in for the pain or Parkinson, whatever. Like even migraine can bother people, can really make people feel horrible because I used to have migraine too. But now I don't have anymore because I do acupuncture on myself, I give myself herbs. So my health actually is so much better than before. That's all because of Chinese medicine.
And as you've identified a few times here today and in the past, Western medicine treats the symptoms. Acupuncture is going to the root cause. That's why you're our professional of the year. Thank you so much for all this insight. Life-changing, especially if you were somebody you know is dealing with Parkinson's. Find out more. Kelly121acupuncture.com. Kelly121acupuncture.com. Obviously, for those treatments, that's in New York City. But some of the other treatments or even consultation when it comes to Chinese medicine can be done virtually. As always, Dr. Kelly, thank you so much today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Steve.
We'll be right back. Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her?
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge?
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! Is now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend?
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.